Potter not working out, certainly at Chelsea. Quite the opposite for Ten Hag. Manchester United, of course, picking up the Carabao Cup at the weekend. They're in action on Wednesday against West Ham in the FA Cup at Old Trafford. Frank, it's interesting you used a phrase there, settle down. How easy is it to do that after winning a trophy?
Well, you're still in the season. I remember winning the League Cup with Chelsea, and you still have some games to play, a lot, because it's in I guess for us it was in April maybe, end of March. So you still have to achieve something, and but you play games by games. You win stuff, and when you belong to a big club like Manchester United, you know that it's never an end. Manchester United, it was just an episode of their season. That's the difference between Manchester United and Newcastle now. So they know that they have to do something. They have to finish. Maybe they can win the title if they keep on working like that. So it's always something that you have to cheer up and work with the players or your teammates and say, okay, guys, it's over what we did. I remember when we won the Cup Winners' Cup final, we didn't even celebrate. We went back straight after the game and went back to England from Stockholm, and we prepared the game after in the weekend. That's what it is when you're a professional player and on the top, where you have to win everything.
Trust me, they've had a few beers.
Oh, sure.
You see his interview, he said, well, they came in yesterday and it was quite obvious. They had a couple of little drams, couple of wee drams. And so, but yeah, look, I don't have an issue with that at all. Celebrate Sunday night, what was a great victory for them, but then pick the baton back up again. You got the FA Cup Wednesday. The team will change, and that's the thing with United now at the moment. It's not the best squad they can have, but it's a squad they can make changes, and I think we'll see that for various reasons. But yeah, I don't see any reason why United can't just go again tomorrow against a West Ham side that haven't particularly travelled well to Old Trafford in recent years. So they did get a good victory against Forest, but it was Forest at home, and so this is a different kettle of fish. So I'm expecting United just to be the same team that they were at the weekend, they were last week against Barcelona, and put this Carabao Cup final behind them.
And you don't want to upset Ten Hag, do you, really?
Well, you don't. And competition's obviously getting better. But, Frankie makes a point that the League Cup happens at a time where there's a lot of season left.
Yeah.
FA Cup, season's over. So there is that concentration factor of saying, yes, let's put it behind us and keep going, which is easier said than done. You look at Real Madrid at the weekend against Atletico, there was all the talk about them still on that high for coming back and having that great result against Liverpool away and unable to replicate the form so recently afterwards. Now, at Chelsea, when they won the League Cup, they're still fighting for championships. When I was at Leicester and you won the League Cup in March, you were then saying, I don't want to get sucked into this relegation fight by thinking the season's already over. So there's that point where you're saying, hey, we just won a cup. We should now be celebrating. No, you have 2 months of the season left to make sure that either at a club like Chelsea, you're fighting for more trophies, or at a club like Leicester saying, don't get sucked into something you shouldn't get sucked into. Manchester
United then against West Ham. I'm going to play my favourite game tomorrow. Search Craig's name on Twitter as he's commentating. Oh, it keeps me entertained.
What, I must admit, you do lead a sad life.
The abuse that you get is magnificent. Keeps me going. Just a reminder, we'll be back to reflect on that game and the 3 other ties as well in the FA Cup. Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.